Hello, basketball fans, and welcome to the Red Zone Junior, the auxiliary gym here at Hicksville Schools, as we are getting ready for boys junior high basketball action on Monday night, last day of November. And we are glad to be here to cover both the 7th and 8th grade games. The boys hosting Defiance, making the trip over from the center of the county to take on the Aces in boys junior high basketball action tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Murphy. I'll be calling the action for you this evening. On the camera tonight, Ava is with us. Ava LICHTY. LICHTY? Okay, am I saying it right? Because some people say LICHTY and some people say LICHTY. And you're a LICHTY? Okay. It's her first time out, and so she's running the camera. We want to welcome her to the HIX-TV volunteer staff. And we're looking forward to some fun basketball. The junior high level, it's always kind of fun to watch the youngsters play. And it's sort of an early preview for many of the players that we're going to be seeing at the junior varsity and varsity level in the next few years. Aces a break huddle. Mike Altman is their coach. And the Defiance squad is going to come out onto the floor as well. And we're going to get things started shortly. Again, our basketball coverage brought to you by the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. Our basketball broadcast underwriter. Number 21 is TJ Nofziger. He'll be jumping center for the Bulldogs. And facing him for the Aces, Landon Turnbull, wearing number 22. Also on the floor for the Aces tonight, Ethan Sanderson wears number 3. Number 20 is Kyle Wertman. Controlled tip by Defiance. They hand it off to number 11, Jack Mortier. Mortier down into the corner with Peyton Schweitzer. Back out to Mortier. And the ball loose on the floor. Try to pass it low, and it's knocked loose, and it's still rolling around. Mortier grabs it, picks it up, puts it up on the hook shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Landon Turnbull, and we'll come back the other way with the Aces. Again, 6-minute quarters at the junior high level. So usually the games take a little over an hour. And count it. Turnbull with the bucket, and he's going to go to the free throw line to try to complete a three-point play. Again, also out on the floor for the Aces, number 30 is Mason Slattery. And I believe number 32 is out there as well, Boston Hoopman. For the Bulldogs, Peyton Schweitzer wears number 12. Number 21, as we mentioned, TJ Nofziger. And Turnbull gets the free throw. The number 10 is Simon Sweeney. He has the ball right now. Sweeney shoots it down into the corner to Peyton Schweitzer. Back to Sweeney. Over to number 13. That's Marino Martinez. They'll work it around the perimeter. Knocked away and steal by the Aces. Again, it's Turnbull coming up with the ball. Turnbull takes it across half court. Passes it down onto the wing to Wertman. Wertman back to Turnbull. Down, and it's intercepted. He tried to throw it across court to Slattery, and it gets picked off by Nofziger. Nofziger, top of the key. He'll kick the ball back out to Sweeney for the Bulldogs. Down into the corner, that's Schweitzer. Schweitzer's going to take a run for the hoop. His shot's no good, but he's going to pick up the foul. 3-0 Aces early on here in quarter number 1 of this 7th grade boys basketball game. And again, we're glad to have you with us here on Hicksville Community Television. Defiance gets the ball, well, tries to get the ball inbound. Boston Hoopman knocked it out. So we'll stay with the Bulldogs. And again, Peyton Schweitzer to handle the inbound chores. Schweitzer gets it in, and ball's knocked loose. Again, aggressive play from Landon Turnbull. Landon almost got the turnover again. Knocked the ball out of bounds, so Defiance will try to get it inbounds one more time. Nice crowd coming in here on this Monday. TJ Nofziger trying to get a shot, nothing doing. And we're going to have a reach in, and I think that's going to be called on Wertman. That'll be team foul number 1 on the Aces. Wertman with the reach in as he fouled Sweeney. Schweitzer looking to get the ball inbounds again. Passes it down into the corner to Mortier. Mortier puts it up off the back of the iron and no good. Rebound coming down. The Bulldogs control it. They get it back to Schweitzer. Schweitzer over to Nofziger. Officer passes it off to Sweeney. Sweeney showing off some dribbling skills. Kicks it back out. And they'll reset, try again. Bounce pass. Shot from the free throw line off the glass. No good. Rebound grabbed up by Marino Martinez. He'll throw it over to Nofziger. Nofziger will put it up, no good. And the rebound will come down this time to Landon Turnbull for the Aces. Turnbull across the timeline. Down into the corner. Kicks it back out. Turnbull for three, and it's good. Count it. Turnbull with the tray makes it 6-0. Long bounce pass down into the corner. As the Bulldogs try to get something going offensively. Charging the hoop. Count it, and he'll go to the line. 2 points for Sweeney. Sweeney picks up the Aces' second team foul. One foul committed so far by the Bulldogs. Although they don't have it on the scoreboard, but I'm sure that he took a free throw, so I know he was fouled. Talking about Landon Turnbull. All right, getting things set and getting ready for Sweeney's free throw. Sweeney puts it up, and it's good. So Sweeney completes the three-point play, makes it 6-3. The Aces lead cut in half. And we're going to have a quick timeout, first one of the game. So Coach Altman will huddle up with his players, and the Defiance squad will do the same. And again, we'll make mention that we hope everybody had a really great Thanksgiving weekend, and it's good to be back. We start the stretch run towards the end of the year holidays, and we're very glad to be able to be here. We want to say a big thank you to the junior high athletic department here at Hicksville High School, always making space available for us to cover the junior high games. And again, glad to be able to be here and try to cover as many of the 7th and 8th grade games as possible. But as many of you I know are very much aware, quite often there are conflicts between the varsity and the junior high, so we tend to give the varsity players precedent. But not tonight. Tonight it's the junior high Aces, free and clear, so we always try to get at least one or two of their games on every season. Inbounds from Hootman to Turnbull, and Turnbull will bring the ball up as we come back into action. 3:23 to go in the first quarter. Cross-court pass to Slattery, and Slattery got pushed, so that'll be team foul number one. Well, it'll be on Defiance. Hoopman gets the ball, tries to get the ball inbounds to Turnbull, and it's knocked out of bounds again. And they'll reset and try it one more time. Austin Hootman gets it into Slattery. Slattery over to Turnbull. Turnbull loses a dribble but gets it back. Gets the ball off to Slattery. Slattery looking for some help. Passes it off to Brandon Thornburg. And we're going to have a whistle. And that's going to be on the Aces. And that's going to turn the ball over to the Bulldogs, where Eli Ripito is getting ready to inbounds it, and standing by to get the ball is Sweeney. Also Connor Black, number 34, and Jimmy Garcia, number 35, on the floor now for the Bulldogs. And number 4, Camden Roth. Sweeney pass it over to Ripito. Ripito driving into the paint, and he traveled. So turnover to the Aces on the travel. Hootman will inbound to Turnbull. And he'll take his time bringing it up court. Turnbull, toss over to Thornburg, and Thornburg travels. So it'll be Bulldogs ball once again. They'll take it out on side court. Ripito inbounds it to Sweeney. Sweeney will take it to Hicksville side of the court. Sweeney back to Ripito. Ripito long two, no good. Rebound comes down to Wortman, and Wortman will toss it over to Turnbull. Turnbull's going to go to the hoop. He'll kick it back to Slattery at the last minute. Slattery puts it up off the iron, no good. Hootman with the putback, and then another shot up and good by Turnbull. And he was fouled, so he'll go to the line again. A little bit of a conference. They put the points on the board. 8-3 right now. No good. Hootman almost got the rebound, but it's taken away from him. Sweeney's going to drive to the hoop, and he's going to carry the ball. A little double dribble action there, and it'll be another turnover to the Aces. 1:57 to go in quarter number one. Hootman inbounds to Turnbull. Turnbull with the long cross-court pass. He'll feed it back down to Turnbull. Turnbull turnaround jumpers up and good. 10-3. Bulldogs now try to kick it out top to Ripito, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Wortman. And he did it, actually, he knocked it out of bounds off of Ripito, so the Aces will get the ball back. Tyler Jaso inbounds, is in the game now for the Aces. And again, Landon Turnbull to Jaso. Tries to feed it down low, the ball's deflected. Scooped up by Slattery, then knocked out of bounds again. I think that was Connor Black, number 34, that slapped it out. Jaso inbounds Turnbull down in the corner. He needs some help. Gets it back out to Jaso. Jaso over to Thornburg. Thornburg back to Turnbull. Turnbull for three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound run down by Villagomez. Villagomez take it across half court. The Aces will start working it around, or the Bulldogs rather. And Ripito puts it up, no good. Turnbull comes up with the board. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Ripito over to Jaso. Shot is up by Slattery, and they're going to wave that one off. He traveled. Like I said, Ripito when I meant Turnbull in that last exchange, by the way, so apologize for that. Ripito's going to be inbounding, so for the Bulldogs, 39.9 seconds. Another quick substitution as Washington gets ready, and he checks into the game for Defiance. He'll spell Connor Black. So Ripito inbounds to Sam Villagomez. Villagomez on the wing. Looking to set gets it over to Ripito. Ripito loses the dribble. It's scooped up by Turnbull, and Turnbull carries the ball. And he knew it. So turn it back over to the Dogs with 27.1 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Defiance will get their personnel set. And we're going to have a whistle. The Defiance player was a little too close to the line, or the Hicksville player was leaning in a little too close, but wanted to separate them properly. Ripito. Now passing it down into the corner to Villagomez. Goes out of bounds. Will stay with Defiance, I think. Yep. .3 seconds. Ripito inbounds it, and Villagomez misses it. It goes out of bounds, and that should be Hicksville's ball at midcourt. Boston Hootman to handle the inbounds. He flips it in to Landon Turnbull. Turnbull drives towards the hoop, tries to kick it back out to Slattery. Ball is stolen away, going coast to coast, up and good for Garcia. Garcia makes it a 10-5 game. As they're watching the clock, and Hoopman at the buzzer, no good. So that's the end of the first quarter of this 7th grade boys basketball game, and after 1 quarter of play, it's the homestanding Hicksville Aces leading the Defiance Bulldogs by a score of 10-5. And while we've got a break between quarters here, as we get ready to head into the next 6 minutes of basketball action, we'll take some time, as we always do, to say a big thank you to our basketball broadcast underwriters here on Hicksville Community Television, the dealerships of the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships here in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick and Jim Schmidt Ford. 2 terrific dealerships. If you are in the market for a vehicle, car, truck, van, SUV, brand spanking new, pre-owned, stop by. You owe it to yourself to check out the great selection they have on the lots at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, or you can check out the complete inventory online. It's as easy as going to jimschmidtauto.com. They are the ones that lend us their underwriting support and make it possible for us to cover all of the Aces basketball action that we do here on Hicksville Community Television. We cannot thank them enough. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Getting ready to get the second quarter of basketball action underway here in the auxiliary gym at Hicksville Village Exempted Schools. 6 minutes on the second quarter clock, and here we go. Boston Hootman with the inbounds to Landon Turnbull, and we are underway. Turnbull to Hootman on the wing. Hootman looking things over, kicks it back to Jaso. Jaso down low to Hootman underneath bucket, up and good. Boston Hootman with his first points of the night to make it 12-5. Villagomez the other way quickly for the Bulldogs. Pulls the trigger from 3, count it. Camden Roth with the tray to make it 12-8 and cut the Aces lead to 4. Turnbull to Hootman, who wasn't anticipating the pass, but Boston grabs it, gets it under control. Boston back to Slattery. Slattery down low to Hootman. Hootman controls the ball, gets back outside that 3-point arc, passes it off to Wertman. Wertman gets it to Turnbull. To Hootman, again, will turn it up off glass and good. Boston Hootman with 4 quick points to make it 14-8. And Villagomez travels. Takes that extra step as he's throwing the pass. So under 5 minutes, 4:54, and Aces still with a 6-point lead, 14-8, and they have the ball. Landon Turnbull works his way into the paint. He's going to take it all the way, lays it up and in. 16-8 now as the Aces have the Bulldogs doubled up. Defiance that was Mortier trying to pass it to Villagomez. Knocked out of bounds. Villagomez gets the inbounds pass. He'll bounce it over to Garcia. Garcia down low, trying to get a shot. Works his way around, and Nossiger finally is able to get a good look at the hoop and lays it up and in. Nice little bunny shot, but he had to maneuver a little bit to get clear of Boston Hootman. Slattery to Jaso. Jaso will put it up off the iron, no good. Other way. And knocked out of bounds. That was Camden Roth with the ball, and then Turnbull was all over him in his face and slapped the ball out of bounds. Roth will inbound it to Villagomez. So 4 minutes before halftime. Down to Roth in the corner. Roth back to Villagomez on the wing. He'll bounce it across court to Mortier. Back to Villagomez. He'll try to shoot for three, but it's blocked. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Ace's ball. Villagomez, good job of not letting it get across half court and keeping it on the right side of the court so they didn't get the over and back turnover, but not able to get it to one of his teammates before it goes out of bounds. So it'll be Ace's ball at midcourt. 3:44 to go before halftime. Hootman will inbounds it to Turnbull. Turnbull down to Jaso. Right back to Turnbull. Nice play, and Turnbull puts it up and through the hoop. 18-10 as the Bulldogs back on offense. Knopfsiger down in the corner. Tries to work forward, and he traveled. Good defense by the Aces, and just not able to dribble the ball before taking the step. Aces will inbounds the ball. 3:10 to go here before halftime. Hicksville up by 8 over the Bulldogs. 7th grade boys basketball action. Slattery kicks it back out. Down low to Hootman. And they wave it off. It'll be a turnover. Under 3 minutes now in the second quarter. Roth down in the corner, drives baseline, and he's going to take a hit. That'll be team foul number 4 on the Aces. Quick substitution as number 14, Ryan Yeager, into the game for Defiance. He'll spell Roth. Figuring out who needs to inbounds the ball. They decide finally on Mortier. Mortier gets it in to Garcia, who puts it up. No good. Long rebound is going to go out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Bulldogs. Mortier, bounce pass into Schweitzer. Schweitzer puts it up, no good. Gets the rebound back on the other side. Bounce pass to Garcia, all alone under the bucket. Puts it up, no good. Ball's being volleyballed around, and Garcia puts it up again, and this time he gets it to drop. Persistence pays off. Garcia makes it 18-12. As here come the Aces. Turnbull down to Thornburg. Back to Hootman. Stolen away on the pass to Jaso. Nice feed, lays up, no good. Turnbull grabs the rebound, and he's off to the races. Turnbull, coast to coast, puts it up, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Boston Hootman. Nope, I take it back. I'm going to say last touched by Defiance. So the Aces will get the ball. Thornburg will come out. And in for him, Workman, number 20. Hootman inbounds to Turnbull, puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Yeager. Yeager tosses it over to Schweitzer. Garcia from long distance, dial it up. Jimmy Garcia sinks the tray, and just like that, it's a 3-point game, 18-15, with 1:45 to go before halftime. Turnbull down to Hootman. Hootman puts it up, no good. And we're going to have a reach in. So Hootman's going to get the foul. That'll be on the floor. And that'll be team foul. I'm not sure if that's number 4 or number 5. Number 5 for the Aces. And Hicksville going to take a timeout. So the Aces will burn another timeout here. Quick 30-second break as we are again closing in on halftime of the 7th grade game, and Aces were playing strong and had built up about an 8-point lead, and they were pretty much holding that. But here in the last about the last 45 seconds, really, of time on the game clock, the Bulldogs have gone on a nice run, and they've cut the margin to 3. So 5 big points for Defiance, and we've gone from 18-10 to 18-15, and it's a one-possession game for Defiance. So Coach Altman talking things over with his squad. 1:35 to go before halftime. Get ready to get back in action. Ball inbounds by Whalen to Schweitzer. Schweitzer tries to take it into the paint, and we're going to have a jump ball. I'll check the possession arrow, and it should be Defiance's ball. It is. So again, Miles Whalen, number 15, getting ready to take care of the inbounding. Whalen looking around, bounces it in to Schweitzer. Schweitzer in a double team in the corner, manages to get it out. All put up, no good. Loose on the floor, put back by Garcia. That's no good. And this time the rebound controlled by Turnbull for the Aces. So Turnbull, with just over a minute to go before halftime, tosses to Hoopman on the wing. To Jaso, top of the key. Over to Thornburg. Thornburg back to Jaso, or excuse me, back to Turnbull. Turnbull to Wertman, and Wertman to Hoopman. Turnbull puts it up, gets the roll, count it, and he's going to go to the line again. So Landon Turnbull, this is his third opportunity for a three-point play in the game. He made the first one, missed the free throw on the second one, and this time he gets it. Turnbull makes it 21-15, back out to a 6-point lead for the Aces as we're under a minute. Yeager puts the ball up, no good. Grabs his own rebound on the other side of the hoop, tosses it over to Whalen. Whalen to Schweitzer at the top of the key. Back to Whalen. Whalen will put it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Turnbull. Turnbull going to take his time now. As no cross midcourt, 15 seconds before halftime. He'll let the air out a little bit. Almost deflected. Puts it up, no good. Put back, no good. And that's the end of the first half. So we've played 2 quarters of basketball, 7th grade boys, and at halftime, it's the Hicksville Aces leading the Defiance 7th grade Bulldog boys 21-15. We're going to take a break, but stick with us. I'll be back and we'll have all the exciting second half play-by-play coming your way right here on HIX-TV. Well, welcome back as we're getting ready to get the second half underway here in this 7th grade boys junior high basketball game. Quick look at the first half scoring. Again, halftime, it's Defiance leading the Bulldogs from Defiance. Hicksville leads 21-15. For the Bulldogs in that first half, and these again are unofficial numbers. Their leading scorer was number 35, Jimmy Garcia, who had a couple of field goals rather, and a three-pointer for 7. 3 points each. Camden Roth had a tray and a bucket and a free throw for Simon Sweeney. And then 2 points with a field goal for TJ Nofziger. 21 points for the Aces, but it's really a quick rundown. 17 of them belong to Landon Turnbull. Landon had a three-pointer, a whole bunch of twos, a couple of free throws, and then 4 points for Boston Hoopman. So there you have it, and we are underway with the Aces starting off the third quarter with the ball. Turnbull, hot pass to Ethan Sanderson off his hands and out of bounds. So quick turnover. And got to do a little crowd control here. A lot of people running into the gym as the half gets underway, and not a lot of space between the one sideline and the front of the bleachers. Bulldogs feed it down low, put it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Slattery for the Aces. He'll flip it back to Landon Turnbull, and we'll come back the other way. Turnbull feeds it inside to Boston Hootman. Hootman gonna turn around, put it up, no good. Rebound in the putback, though, count it. Cole Wertman rather, with the bucket. Bulldogs on the other end of the floor. Martier rolling around, and he goes down. The ball rolls out of bounds. Mortier's last one to touch it, so Aces will get it on the turnover. Hootman will inbounds to Turnbull. And they'll bring it across half court. We're about a minute into the third quarter. Slattery, a three-point arc. Over to Sanderson. Sanderson puts it up off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound, loose on the floor. Bulldogs manage to scoop it off and get it over to Mortier. Mortier's going to try to go coast to coast. He'll lay it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Sanderson. Sanderson, quick pass over to Turnbull. And here come the Aces. Down into the corner to Wertman. Wertman back to Turnbull. Turnbull down low to Hootman, puts it up a little short. Rebound comes down to Nofziger for the Bulldogs. And they're going to have a travel. Nofziger passed it off to Martinez, and he shuffled his feet. So Hicksville down to Sanderson. Knocked away in the pass to Slattery. Going up, laying it up, laying it in. Mortier with his first points of the night to make it 23-17. Aces still holding on to that 6-point lead. Slattery down low to Turnbull. Turnaround jumper, no good. Gets his own rebound and has it knocked loose. Flips it back inside. Sanderson comes up with it. He gets it to Slattery. Slattery puts it up, and they're going to wave it off because he traveled. So the bucket gets taken away, and the Bulldogs get the ball back. Mortier from the free throw line. Count it. Mortier makes it 23-19. Aces lead now down to 4. Slattery on the wing, down low. Kick it back up to Sanderson at top of the key. Sanderson to Turnbull. Turnbull's going to run across the baseline, put it up, and put it in. Mortier on the other end for the Bulldogs. He's going to drive baseline. I think Wertman might have got the whistle there. So Cole Wertman picks up his, that's team foul number 1. Bounce pass into Nofziger, up, no good. Rebound comes down to Turnbull. He's a little bit of a scrap there with Villa Gomez, but excuse me, not Villa Gomez. And that's a long three that's no good. But Thornburg gets the rebound. His shot's no good. Turnbull gets the cleanup shot, and he draws the foul. Landon Turnbull back at the line. Team foul number 1 for the Bulldogs, as both Garcia and Black checking in for Defiance. They'll spell Martinez and Nofziger. Landon Turnbull shooting 1, 2:34 left to go in the third quarter. And he gets it. 5 points now for Turnbull here in this second half. Sweeney passes it to Mortier. Mortier has it taken away from him by Turnbull. Turnbull working through traffic. He'll slow down a little bit, let the rest of the offense catch up to him. Cross-court pass to Slattery. Back to Turnbull, almost deflected out of there, but down low to Hoopman. His shot is up and no good. Rebound loose on the floor. Thornburg will get whistled for the travel. So it'll go back to Defiance. Ripito coming back in for the Bulldogs along with Camden Roth. Garcia tosses it into Sweeney. Sweeney to Ripito. Ripito's shot will be up, a little bit short. Turnbull grabs the board. He'll take it across half court. Turnbull down low to Hoopman. Hoopman goes to the hoop, and he'll draw the foul. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. So Boston Hoopman draws the foul. That'll be team foul number 2 on the Bulldogs. Leading 28-19, 1:46 to go in quarter number 3. Hoopman misses the first one. He'll get one more. Hoopman's second one also no good. Turnbull, though, with the rebound and put back is good. So the Aces still managed to walk away with 2 points on the possession. 30-19 now. Bounce pass to Garcia. Garcia over to Ripito. Ripito for 3. Count it! Ripito with the laser 3-point shot makes it 30-22. Turnbull to Slattery. And Sanderson. Pass over his head, goes out of bounds, back to the Bulldogs. Jamlin Burrow, number 2 in for Defiance. And also coming in, Washington, number 30. So Ripito will handle the ball this trip up the court. Ripito down to Roth. Roth to Garcia. Garcia back to Roth at top of the key. He'll flip it back to Ripito, standing just ahead of the half-court line. Under a minute now. Pass to Roth on the wing. Roth going to drive down, bounce pass inside to Garcia. Garcia has to kick it back out to Ripito. He'll pull the trigger from three-point land, no good. Washington grabs the board, and he'll kick it back out to Burrell. Burrell needs to get it out of there, gets it to Washington. Washington powering along the baseline. He's under the hoop, though. He got into trouble, so he bounced it off of Turnbull's feet and out of bounds. Let the Bulldogs reset their offense. 21.9 seconds here in quarter number 3. Bounce pass into Burrell. Burrell to Garcia for 3. That'll be a little bit short off the iron. Thornburg. And they'll call the travel. So the Bulldogs get the ball back again. Jamlin Burrow will ready to inbounds it. 14.2 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Burrow gets inbounds to Roth. He puts it up no good, but he's going to be fouled. And Camden Roth is going to go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be team foul number 2 on the Aces. 10.4 seconds. Camden Roth at the line. His team trails by 8, 30-22. First shot, no good. Roth will have one more. Hoopman's going to come out of the game. That'll be replaced by Jaso. Roth second shot. It's going to be waved it out. Line violation. Got it to go, but it's waved off, so the score remains 30-22. Cole Wortman back in the game. He'll inbounds to Turnbull. Turnbull with 4. With 2. He's going to just dribble it out. He launches it. It'll be good if it goes. It doesn't. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. And after 3, it's the Aces leading Defiance 30-22. And as we'll get ready to go into the fourth and final quarter, again, a big thank you to our basketball broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. 6 minutes of basketball left in this 7th grade game. And again, the Defiance Bulldogs trail the Aces 30-22. Roll with the inbounds to Ripito. Ripito looking things over. Pass it down low to Roth. Roth back to Ripito, top of the key. Almost stolen away, and then it is by Turnbull. Turnbull with the breakaway layup. No good. Not quite enough on it. And quickly the other way, Ripito. He'll take a couple steps and put it up over the iron. No good. Grabs his own rebound, kicks it back up top. And we'll have it rebound off of caromed off of Garcia's hands and right into the arms of Sanderson. Sanderson to Turnbull. Back to Sanderson on the wing. Sanderson's going to put it up from long distance. No good. Garcia grabs the board for the Bulldogs. He'll toss it over to Ripito, and we'll come back the other way. Ripito down low to Roth. Roth loses it again. Turnbull comes up with it, but it's kicked out of his hands. Tracked down, kicked back in. Nice save by Hootman. Gets it to Turnbull. Turnbull tosses over to Sanders and over to Slattery. Slattery lines up for 3. No good. Washington grabs the board for the Dogs. And they'll come back the other way. Defiance. Ripito takes it across the timeline. Over to Roth. Roth working himself around. Kicks it out to Burrell. His shot is no good. Turnbull grabs the board. And we're going to have a timeout. He'll take it across half court, and Coach Altman will call another timeout for the Bulldogs. That'll give us a little extra time. We didn't have a lot of time to talk between quarters, so we had to switch videotapes. That happens every now and then. So we'll take a little time here to, again, expand on our thanks and gratitude to our basketball broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Not only for the junior high boys and girls basketball action, but really all of the Aces sports that we cover during the winter sports season. They underwrite our broadcast and help make it possible for us to, to be at all the games here at home that we can be at, and sometimes head out on the road and all that good stuff. And we appreciate it an awful lot. So we always like to let you know that you stop by either of the dealerships, make sure you let them know how much you enjoy being able to watch the Aces basketball coverage here on Hicksville Community Television and on the HIX-TV channel on YouTube. And they're the ones that make it possible. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford in Hicksville, Ohio, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Hootman will inbounds to Turnbull as we are back in action. Closing in on 4 minutes left to play in regulation in this basketball game. Aces up by 8, 30-22. Sanderson with the ball for Hicksville on the wing. Over to Turnbull. Feeds it down low to Hootman. He'll kick it back out to Sanderson. Sanderson back to Turnbull. 3-2 zone for the Bulldogs right now. Sanderson. Over to Turnbull. Turnbull down low to Hootman. Hootman's turnaround jump. Good. Nice play. Hootman works himself open underneath the hoop. Lays it up and in. 32-22, Aces lead now 10. Ripito to Nofziger. Nofziger, he'll stop, pull the trigger, no good. Turnbull grabs the board. We'll come back the other way with the Aces. Over to the wing to Wortman. Wortman to Slattery. Back to Sanderson, stolen away by Ripito. Read the pass. Ripito up and good. 5 points now for Eli Ripito. It's an 8-point game, 32-24. Aces were telegraphing their passes a little bit on that last possession, and Ripito able to read it. And this time, Sanderson has his pocket picked. And Turnbull's going to get whistled for the foul as he's over the back of Burrell going after the ball. Burrell's going to come out, and they're going to bring in Sweeney. 2:47 left in regulation. Sweeney with the ball for Defiance. To Nofziger. Nofziger. And I think we're going to have a push off. Hand check in there. Team foul number 4 on the Aces. Hoffman inbounds to Nofziger, deflected by Hootman, and Turnbull comes up with it for the Aces. Turnbull to Boston Hootman, back to Turnbull. Turnbull, top of the key to Sanderson. Sanderson bounce passes it to Hootman down in the corner. Back to Sanderson, almost slapped out of there by Sweeney. Manages to hang on, gets it into Turnbull. Turnbull down low to Hootman, bounce pass to Slattery, up. No good, but he was fouled, and he'll go to the line. Team foul number 3 on the Bulldogs. And that's going to put Mason Slattery at the free throw line with 2:13 to go in the game. Slattery gets the first one. We'll have one more. Mortier back into the game for the Bulldogs. Slattery's second shot. Also good. So Garcia will get it into Sweeney. Sweeney down to Ripito. Ripito, he'll pull up, no good. Sanderson grabs the board, and he'll get tangled up on the baseline. I think that they're going to get Mortier for the reach-in. Aces up by 10. Turnbull gets the inbounds. Sweeney meeting him about half court. Turnbull, offensive foul as he put Mortier on the deck. Team foul 5 on the Aces. Ripito into Sweeney. Sweeney back to Nofziger. Bounce pass down to Mortier. Mortier gets his pass deflected. Sanderson, and that'll be a reach-in. Team foul number 5 now. On the Bulldogs, and again a pause in the action as we let people from the crowd get in and out of the facility. Hand off to Turnbull. Turnbull takes it strong to the hoop, up and good. Turnbull gets the layup to drop. Minute 38 and counting. Nofziger, bounce pass into Mortier. Mortier tries to feed it down to Garcia. He needs some help, gets it out to Nofziger. Nofziger bounce pass to Ripito. Ripito with a good look, up and good. Eli Ripito makes it a 10-point game again, 36-26, 1:15. Hoopman with the ball for the Aces to Slattery. Slattery to Turnbull. Turnbull holding the ball for a little bit to Hoopman on the wing. Hoopman, Sanderson. Sanderson, it'll be short and out of bounds. It'll go to the Bulldogs with 57.6 seconds left in the game. Back in, Whalen and Yeager for Defiance. Ripito will come out, as will Mortier. Miles Whalen with the ball with 50 seconds left in the game. Whalen tosses it over to Martinez. Martinez over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer will pull the trigger, no good. Turnbull grabs the board. 37 seconds. Turnbull evades Whalen, gets it over to Hoopman. Hoopman to Slattery with 28. Slattery to Turnbull. Turnbull to Sanderson on the wing as we're down to 20 seconds. Back to Turnbull. And they're good, ready to run it out here. 15 seconds. Ball goes to Wortman. Wortman stolen away by Martinez. Martinez goes towards the hoop, and he's going to be fouled. He'll shoot a couple with 6.6 seconds left in the contest. That foul will be on Cole Wortman. 36-26, and the Bulldogs trailing by 10, but they're at the free throw line. Martinez misses the first one. Marino will have one more. Jaso will come back into the game. He'll spell Wortman. Martinez's second shot. No good. Line violation called on the Aces. They said Jaso stepped off before the ball had reached the rim. So Martinez get another shot. He'll miss that one. Rebound grabbed by the Bulldogs. Up, no good. Turnbull will grab it, and time will expire. And that will be the ball game. And the Defiance Bulldogs will be defeated tonight. Aces winners here in the 7th grade game, 36-26, the final score. I'll do some quick tabulations here, and we'll get you some unofficial scoring numbers. And here we go. Again, these are unofficial. For the Defiance Bulldogs on the losing end of the 36-26 final score, their leading scorers tonight were Eli Ripito and Jimmy Garcia, both finishing the game with 7 points each. 4 points tonight for Jack Mortier, 3 points each for Camden Roth and Simon Sweeney, and a bucket and 2 for TJ Nofziger. On the Aces side of the coin, the leading scorer for the Aces and for the game, what a night for Landon Turnbull. He finishes with 26 points on the evening. 6 points tonight for Boston Hoopman, and 2 points each for Cole Wortman and for Mason Slattery. So there you have it. Again, final score tonight in the 7th grade game, it's Defiance losing to Hicksville, the Aces winners, 36-26. Again, a big thank you to the junior high athletic department here at Hicksville and to our broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Keep your eye on the channel guide because we're going to be sticking around. We're going to have coverage of the 8th grade matchup between Defiance and Hicksville coming up on HIX-TV as well. So keep your eyes peeled on the channel guide for that. But we're going to wrap up this portion of our broadcast right now. So for Ava LICHTY on the camera, I'm Bill Murphy at HIX-TV wishing you good night and good sports.